Good morning. Let me see. This tripod is just sucking. I have the worst luck with tripods. I always seem to break them and constantly have to order a new one. And I think it's because I'm trying to buy not the cheapest, but not the most expensive. And I think I probably just need to invest in something that is longer lasting, because that's all my videos are a little bit tilted because this, see how that just, I'm like just trying to, anyway. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Ciearra. I garden in Zone 5B, Ohio, and I also grow tons of houseplants. So today I have a lot of things that I want to do and get done, and I'm going to try to film all of that for you guys. So one thing I want to get done today is start cleaning the garage out. That's kind of been my dumping ground since seed starting season earlier this year. So once my seed trays are empty and things like that, I just kind of just put them in the garage, and there is a rack out there. All of my extra like pots and containers and all that kind of stuff is out there. My drip irrigation tubing is in there, and it has gotten so hard to walk in there. So I've got some complaints. I've received several complaints asking me to kind of straighten things up. So I'm gonna try to do that. I've got some things that I need to harvest in the garden. I do want to start some seeds today, get things planted, and then I have a wild and crazy grapevine that I did not plant, but I also cannot get rid of because it is like very difficult to get rid of. It was here before I was. It actually has grapes on it this year, so I'm gonna let those develop and see what happens. But grapevines are so they are so, what would you say about a grapevine? They're so intense, so aggressive. I would say they're aggressive, and they sprawl out and they grab onto any and everything that they can. So if you want grapes, you've got to keep them in check. You've got to have a nice setup where you've got them growing up something that they can climb across or climb up. That's what they love to do. This vine was never set up on anything. It is just wild, and it's growing all over like the shrubs. So I've got to cut it back. I'm gonna leave the grapes on there and see what happens with them, but I've got to cut it back because it's like grabbing my hydrangeas, and it's grabbing my hibiscus, and I just cannot have it like just taking over everything, because it will take over. It's pretty, it's got big giant leaves. I love big foliage, but I can't have it just strangling everything, because that's what it'll do. It'll cover everything like a blanket and wrap its tendrils around everything and just strangle everything out, taking the sun away. So those are the things that I want to get done today. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Sweet? Are you sweet? Are you? Huh? Look at my sweeties. They're so precious. I'll get to you guys later, a little later. So this is the garage, and this is what it's currently looking like. A whole disaster. We've got stuff everywhere. We've just been, when I say we, I mean mainly me, has been just kind of tossing stuff wherever it will fit. But today I'm going to try to make a little dent in this, try to put stuff back where it typically goes. Yeah. Throw some trash out. Thankfully, it's not too hot of a day. It's kind of a really mild day. We had some rain yesterday. Look at that. Ooh, the garden's looking so good. So it's not going to be like sweltering in here. Usually when I come in here, there's like tons of flies in here. But right now, there's no flies in here. It's nice. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I think what I'm going to start with first is back in the back there, I have seed starting trays and my seedling pots like I have here. This stuff, I'm gonna take this stuff upstairs. I have not cleaned it yet. I might clean it before the end of the season and sterilize it for next spring. Might not. It might just be my usual as I go along next year, cleaning stuff right before I plant it. I don't know. We'll see. It's just a mess in here. I just need to get started taking stuff upstairs and kind of moving things around. So let's start. If I can find a solid place to put this camera down, then I can get started. Right. Spider webs galore. Spider webs, go away. Spider webs, go away. Go, 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 go. Spider webs, go, go. Alright. Spider webs. Alright. Pots. Oil. Ugh. Oh, I need this. I was missing this trowel. See how stuff just disappears in the garage. Okay, so we've got potting things in here. Yeah, this is... I desperately need to clean and go through this stuff, but I'm just gonna move it for now. That had a ginormous spider on it. Okay, we made it back here. Now what? What about this plastic needs to go? I'm gonna take this. Maybe I can do the tubing there too. I'm gonna start with the plastic first. Or no? These fit in here? Yes, okay. I might keep that. Let's see about this though. They're super cute. Like that. Okay, so we are in the top portion of the garage, and I think my glasses are fogging up, It's hot. It was feeling nice and cool in here. Now it's hot that I started working. But this is the top portion of the garage. This is where we would park our cars, if we could park cars in here. My goodness. So each year that we've lived here, we have accumulated a lot of just boxes and random stuff. So usually in January or February, we like have a hauler come and help empty out the garage of garbage. I don't know why we keep piling things up, but this is like this is just stuff that we've, you know, ordered this year. And so we've got big boxes, we've got old chicken coops that I do plan to use if I need to, so I want to kind of keep them around just in case. And then we have like old stuff from the basement. Our basement flooded last, when did it flood? This almost a year ago. So we've got like junk from pulling stuff out of there. We've got swimming pools and we've got a dishwasher. Like there's just so much just accumulation of junk. I look awful in this lighting. Oh my gosh, but I've been sweating, so it's okay. It's okay. Anyway, so we just got a lot of stuff that needs to go. Over here, I've got like my greenhouse that I use for spring, pots, trays, ceiling trays, my drip tubing. Like I need to find a better way to organize all of this stuff. And when we have this trash picked up, then I'll be able to utilize that side of the garage as well. We have not ever parked a car in here since we lived here for 4 years. We were told that this garage is not really safe for that, just because of how old it is, how it was built originally. The most that we could do in here is store stuff, so that's what we do. We do have a car that is like a very light car in terms of car weights, and so we were considering parking in here, just testing it out, but I don't know, right now there's nowhere to do that. So we have like, we also, this top portion also doubles as like a weight room, which, yeah, I don't know how safe that is either, but anyway, so let's head back downstairs, and then I have a broom over here that I want to use to help sweep out the bottom portion. And I should have worn a mask because I'm super allergic to like dust and all the crap that is outside, and then when you get it concentrated in a dust form, I'm gonna be messed up tomorrow. I can still go get a mask, but I think I've kind of already been exposed to it. I might do this and sweep. All right, let's head back down. So hot. Started off nice and cool, but it is crazy hot right now. So I've got a good portion swept, not the whole thing. My goal today is just to kind of clear space to be able to walk in here, and I think I've done that. So I think I should be allowed to be done right now, and I think that's what I'm going to do. But eventually I will move up more things. We have our Ciearra run right here. I'm going to move that to the top of the garage, definitely keeping that forever, because you never know when I might need to set that run back up for the girls. If we move things around, you know, do different things with our garden, that run is awesome, and it comes in handy. It will come in handy probably another day. And if I ever happen to get another of the large raised coops, I got to run for it. So anyways, we've got that. I've got just a pile of just junk there that needs to be taken care of. Over on this side is just like back there is like old rotting wood that was here when we moved in. So that stuff needs to be like disposed of. And then we have our firewood that we actually use, like it's fresh. It was cut last year or early this year, and we'll be using that for the winter for fires. But there's still a lot to do. There's a lot to toss out, a lot to organize, and a lot to clean up in here. All in all, I just want this space to be clean and safe, so we're not getting hurt while we're in here. So yeah, so I'm done with this for now. I did find some missing pruners, which I'm so happy about. I'll have to clean them, put them in a space that's where I can find them again, and then also have a nice space to bring them back to, so I don't leave them in random areas. But yes, so this is the garage. Yeah, let me show you this view though from out of here. So the back of the garage has two windows. We've got this window here that looks out to the garden. Let's see if we can get a, yeah, pretty nice view. And then we have a window directly above it upstairs that gets a nice view of the garden. So, I mean, I like this garage. I like that it's two-story. I like that it has windows. I just don't like that it's falling apart. And that's one thing we didn't really know about when we moved here, that the garage was not usable as a parking garage. It is a storage garage. So yeah, all right, so let's pile out of here and go do something else. So right here next to the chicken coop door, I like to call this place Houseplant Alleyway, because this is where my houseplants are going that are getting on my nerves. So let's say like they're not growing well, there's a pest issue, or I just need to get them out of the house. This is where they're going. They're going right over here along this fence line, and you know, they're doing really good out here. They like the outside. It seems like the outside fixes things. It fixes issues, and if it doesn't fix the issue, then you know, come winter when it's time to come back inside, they just don't come back inside. They, you know, go to compost, or you know, they just don't make it. So that's where I'm going to put this plant right here. This is an umbrella tree, and it looks to me like there's some sort of pest issue here. What I'm seeing looks like the start of a spider mite infestation, the discoloration of the foliage, and then when you flip over the leaves, you can see a bit of webbing on certain parts. That's the start of it. Usually when people notice spider mites, it's either too late or it's really early and you can catch it. I feel like this is early and it's caught. However, I'm gonna let the outside fix it. I'm not gonna take it and spray it down or anything like that right now, but I'm gonna let it sit outside for a bit. There are natural predators for spider mites outside, so I'm gonna give it time and let those predators find it, and hopefully they will take out the spider mites. If this plant is thriving by the time it's time to bring it back in the house, it will come back in the house. Before then, I will treat it, change the soil, and then bring it back in. I'll do more videos about that when it's closer to time. But I do have other videos on my channel where I'm showing you my process for bringing houseplants back inside. So if you want to watch that now, they're out there. So yeah, let's go find a spot for this guy and put him up. Let's take a little walkie down houseplant lane. We've got monsteras, ripsalis, this elephant ear right here. You know, he's not here for any particular reason. I just had not moved him to a different spot in the garden, but he's so happy here and thriving. I'm just gonna leave him. We got staghorns, which have been suffering inside. Umbrella tree, more monstera, staghorn, fiddle. I think this is fiddle leaf philodendron or fiddlehead. Something like that, but since it's been out, it's got new foliage. It looks so good. Look at this. Meanwhile, inside, he was just stagnant, so he's doing so much better out here. He's beautiful. He's actually putting out, like, he was doing this shape of leaf, you know, for a long time, and then since coming outside, he's actually getting, his leaf shape is changing. It's getting more mature, which is awesome. And he's also, I just noticed he's putting out some aerial roots, so he might try to attach to this wood beam. He probably will before summer's in, and then he'll have to be removed. But yeah, also I've got my Cissus discolor here that I put out, and I didn't put this out for any reason other than just to see how fast it would grow or how much it would grow, and it's doing really good. I've got some rubber trees out here that were struggling inside. Yeah, I mean, I love rubber trees. I love how many varieties you can get, the beautiful foliage, but they suck inside my house. They just do not thrive. I don't keep them in any sort of under any grow lights. I think they need more light than my windows can naturally give, and then I haven't tried to supplement their lighting at all, so they all kind of struggle for me. They kind of stretch, but yeah. So let's go over here to where I placed the new plant, trying not to fall down. So here's where I placed the dwarf umbrella. It looks beautiful. The chickens can't get to it, so I'm comfortable putting it there. I don't know if it's, you know, poisonous or not, but they can't reach it. So I think it's gonna do really well here. It's beautiful. All right, so let's head back out. This video has kind of taken a turn from what I wanted it to be earlier, you know, but that's kind of how my days go. I make a list. I want to get, you know, the XYZ done, and then I get ABC done. So sir, what's the matter? What's wrong, Toastini? Toastini! He is such a fussy little man. Always screaming. Anyway, like I said, the videos go astray, and I think that's okay for today because I'm just kind of filming throughout the things that I'm doing and getting done, so I think that's okay for a video like this. Hi, Beeps! They got a frozen block today with fruit, and I don't think I put any veggies or herbs in it, but they got a fruit frozen chick-sickle today. See if we can get closer and show that. Yeah. Look at that little fuss pot. All he does is fuss, fuss, fuss. So in the screened-in porch, I'm just trying to clean up and clear out things so it just looks more organized in here. For the past few weeks, this space has been just so cluttered with stuff. Cluttered. And we really haven't enjoyed it because it's always full of something. So just like the garage, it's just always something in here. And it's a wreck, just like the garage. So I'm working on decluttering in here, which means bringing some of these plants back inside, or you know, organizing them in a different way. And I do have some that I'm going to bring back in. These two philodendrons here, we've got gloriosum, and then we've got summer glory. This anthurium here, I might, if I can find a good spot, keep it out here because it's happier outside. I got some smaller plants back there that'll stay, a stag that'll stay, goldfish plant that'll stay. The things that are hanging and out of the way will stay. Some of these floor things will have to get reorganized or put in a different spot. Do that and then so this is my Philodendron Prince of Orange. I've had this plant for probably 5-6 years now, and I'm getting to the point with it where it's huge, takes up a lot of space, and I'm not quite sure if I want to continue on with this plant. I do love it. It's brought me a lot of joy over these years watching it grow and get huge. It's just now it's so big that I don't even know where to put this. So I'm thinking about chopping and propagating it. And that way I can start fresh with a smaller plant, and then figure out what I want to do with the bottom half, because at this point it's so tall, it's very hard to keep upright. If I have a board in the garage, I might try and do that, but I think this guy probably could use a new pot, a new staking system, and then maybe it would be, you know, easier to grow or have a place inside. But until then, it's kind of like, I don't know if I'm gonna keep it, maybe not, we'll see. The leaves in this pot, the leaves kind of like touch the ground, so I, you know, with this particular pot I have to keep it off the ground, which is another, you know, issue, because you have it up higher and then, you know, not enough light. These new leaves look beautiful, and it wasn't putting out pretty leaves like this inside. The leaves were coming out a lot more of this color, but this is your typical like new growth on that Philodendron Prince of Orange. So the lower light you have it, the less you're gonna see that bright orange in your new growth. It'll just be, you know, less bright. But yeah, we'll see. I'll take a look in the garage. I know I have some wood in there, but I just don't know if I feel up to it. I think I might just propagate it. I'm not sure. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you have any questions about this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.